Hello everyone, we are team number 3 for CMPE 202 submission and our project is Shaktimaan, the GreenFoot Game. Just for the abstract storyline, Shaktimaan is the famous Indian cyber yogic hero who is going to fight Kazaki, the supervillain in the game. The team roster consists of 6 people, namely Chandni Shah, Dharmik Patel, Jinali Javeri, Ishan Soni, Vidit Manyar and Henil Shah. We have implemented 6 design patterns in this project. To start with, Dharmik has implemented the command pattern. In the command pattern, that's the UML diagram. In the command pattern, the client, which in our case is the menu, uses the invoker. There are two invokers, the button play and the button help classes. It sends the command via the invokers to the receiver. The client creates the concrete command objects and sends it to the receiver. The receiver knows how to perform the operation. Every logic for the play command and the help command is written in the receiver class, and hence it has the actual implementation of the command. The client creates the menu creates the object of the play command and help command. The button play command stores the object of the play command class and the button help stores the object of the help command class. So in this way, we have implemented the command pattern for this particular scenario. Let's check it in practice. So when I click run, two buttons appear on the screen, the play button and the help button. The help button shows the help menu. The play button will start the game. So let's move to the next pattern. The next on list is the factory pattern. This has been implemented by Ishan. The factory pattern uses a subclass to generate enemies. There are 3 types of enemies in this game: the fighter, the colonel and the captain. They can be produced only by fighter factory, colonel factory and captain factory respectively. During the runtime of the game, the enemy factory selects one of the 3 individual specific factories to produce individual kind of enemy in the time interval of 1.5 seconds. Let's see how it works in practice. Okay, so here we see the first kind of enemy, then comes the other kind of enemy. It comes randomly, so you might take some time. So yes, there's the third type of enemy. So as you see, 3 kinds of enemies are produced by the factory pattern. The next on list is the pattern implemented by Henil, which is the observer pattern. For an observer pattern, in our case, there is one subject, the Shaktimaan, the hero of the game, and the game point class is the observer, which observes for any change in the score. Whenever we hit any enemy, the hero hits any enemy, there is an increment in the score of the game, and that is observed by the game point class, which implements the point observer interface. This game point observer is attached to the Shaktimaan subject class. Let us see it in practice. So as you see, the moment I hit an enemy, the score is incremented accordingly. The next pattern on list is implemented by Jinali. That is the iterator pattern. Whenever Shaktimaan shoots enemies with bullets, enemies are killed and explosion occurs. This explosion is shown with the animation effects. To generate animation effect, iterator pattern has been implemented. 3 images are used and 3 images are circulated in a loop. Explosion class acts as a client and method show explosion creates explosion on the screen. The image iterator IMPL will be used to traverse the list of images. An image repository IMPL has all the list of has I beg your pardon has all the images stored. Let's see how that works. So I'll hit the enemy and the explosion occurs. So as you see, it is made of this explosion is made of 3 images which are stored in the image repository. Let's check the next pattern. The next pattern is implemented by Chandni and it is the state pattern. There are basically 2 states in which the game character can be. The game character Shaktimaan can be in 2 states, has short state and out of short state. This pattern is applied to keep the state of Shaktimaan. During the start of the game, the hero has predefined number of shots to kill the enemy, and hence at that moment he is in the has shot state. But soon if all the shots are used, then the number will go to 0 and then the Shaktimaan will be in out of shot state. During this is important to be implemented because according to the state in which Shaktimaan is, the bonus shots will appear on the screen. Say for example, if I use all the shots in the game, the blue bonus appears. See, yes, here it is, and we're taking one blue bonus shot grants me 10 shots. So this is how state pattern becomes handy. The next on list has been implemented by Vidit Maniar, and that is the strategy pattern. The strategy pattern has been implemented with 2 major participants, the captain and the colonel. Both these enemies shoot towards Shaktimaan, but their strategy, their behavior is very different. The captain shoots a straight coming bullet, whereas the colonel plants a grey bomb in Shaktimaan's path. So there is a method there is a method change attack which can be used in order to change the attack strategies of these 2 characters interchangeably. So as we see, the black bullet is shot by the captain and these grey missiles, they are shot by the colonel. So since there is a behavioral change in a similar kind of activity, strategy pattern is implemented. So that is all for the implementation of the design patterns. Now let's have the complete demonstration of the game. So the game starts with the first level, of course. We have to eliminate 54 enemies to cross the first level. There are 2 types of bonuses which are made available in the game. The help button which appeared on the start of the game shows all the details about controls and the details about enemies and their attacks. Collecting bonuses at regular intervals is important because if you run out of shots, then you can eventually lose. The yellow bonuses are the extra lives. As you see, every time I grab a yellow bonus, the life is incremented by 1. So since we eliminated 54 enemies, the level has switched to level 2. For to clear the second level, we have to eliminate 60 enemies. Now that's the final level. The boss has a massive amount of health, that is 800 points of health. We need to eliminate all the 800 points of health in order to win. So that's the end of the game and we win. Thank you for watching.